Provoke them when you're in town. Understood?
That's really not my problem.
Don't say you didn't know that.
All right. Explain the rules of the city to me.
First, the Honorable Paladin Lord Hagen resides in the upper quarter, along with his troops. That is why access to the upper quarter is allowed only to honorable citizens. Second, the town hall in the upper quarter is now the command post of the paladins. Only the paladins themselves and members of the militia have access to it. And third, whoever is accused of a crime must exonerate himself with the commander of the militia. Any questions?
There's nothing you can do about it.
That's a lot of
You mustn't believe
How do I
everything.
become a citizen of the town?
Only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the town. But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
You hardly know.
dark as shit in town right now.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Where can I spend the night here?
If you're looking for a place to sleep, go to the hotel directly across from the barracks. The paladins pay for the lodging of all travelers who come to the city.
Why?
The traveling traders from the marketplace are also lodged there.
Know that.
The paladins pay for
Don't tell me
everything?
you didn't
Hold
know
on.
that.
I've got to go.
As long as you're in Corinus, you can feel safe. The king's
not telling you
paladins
anything
watch
new.
over this city now.
Hold
Nobody
on.
ever asked for my opinion.
I want to finish the conversation. Just let me
He never
grab
would have thought of that himself.
one of these. Hey,
Don't
hey,
say
hey,
you
hey,
didn't
hey.
know that.
Halt!
No! God damn
You
it!
hardly know who to believe these days.
God damn it! You son of a bitch. Okay, I know a workaround. I know a workaround. Here we go.
Nothing there.
So we're going to go and sleep with the farmer's wife. I mean, sleep in her bed. And then it'll be morning and we'll have lots of daylight throughout the whole conversation. It's getting dark. Real dark. New subscriber. Thank you, Sprintox. Thank you for that Christmas sub. Thank you for the support. Move that down. There. I don't think there's anything in that bottom corner. Okay. Sleep till morning. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's go. No, stop. All right, let's go back to town now that we can actually see. 'Cause, ooh, it was dark. I like that the jump in this one actually has a forward momentum, so you can actually jump now forward without having to, while standing still even. Ooh, Meadowberry. Meadowberry. Meadowberry.
How? You want
One.
look at we got
Okay, I have a pass.
I've got it. Now will you?
we're going.
Okay, Lothar.
You listen to the wrong people.
Oh,
Halt, stranger. Since
It's the
people
first I've heard of it.
Yes, it's most small wonder that so don't
okay.
All right. Explain the rules of the city to me.
It's
First,
bad business.
the Honorable Paladin Lord. That is why second and third, whoever any question
Okay, we did that one already.
Bad business.
Here we go.
How do I become a citizen of the town?
only those with regular jobs will be considered citizens of the town.
Really true.
But don't think that you'll be admitted to Lord Hagen just because you're a citizen of the town. As a citizen, you have access to the upper quarter, nothing more. Only as a member of the militia will you have access to the town hall.
Yes, we're running 2 mods
No
to
better off
improve
myself.
graphics. Levere mod, which adds a bunch of
We can
little
only wait and
neat little
see.
touches to make everything look pretty. And then
never would have thought of that
also
himself.
we're using the
They knew
DX11
that
mod.
all along.
Don't worry about covering the dialogue
just
because he
gossip.
reads all of these aloud. If I move over there, then I'm covering the health bar.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Where can I find
You
work?
really believe
You'll have
that?
to apply as an apprentice to one of the masters here in the lower part of the
First
city.
I've heard of it.
As soon as a master accepts you, you are a citizen of
To
the
the wrong
town.
people.
However, the other masters must agree to
Where'd you
it.
pick that up?
That's the custom here in Corinus. If you were thinking about looking for work in the Harbor District, forget it.
I'm in
The
enough trouble
scum
as
of
it
the
is.
city live there.
Ew.
Don't even go there. You
really
would
not my
regret
problem.
it.
Is that like the people that
pick that
watch
up?
Twitch on their neighbor's Wi-Fi
But no. he
and run
insisted he
ad
knew better.
blockers and
I'm in enough trouble
get
as it is.
100% free entertainment?
I'd have gone about it differently.
Don't say you didn't know that.
How do I get accepted into the militia?
By express
gone about
command of Lord Hagen, only citizens of the town will be admitted into the militia.
I see.
If you want to know more,
see that.
speak to Lord Andre in the barracks.
So why won't they listen to me?
What do I have to do to get armor like yours?
Do that.
What? You aren't even a member of the militia.
Whoa!
You're not even a citizen. How
Triggered!
can you even think of being allowed to wear the armor of a paladin?
New
Only a
subscriber.
few militia soldiers, those who have performed extraordinary deeds, have been granted that honor so far. If you want to be a paladin, you have a long road ahead of you, my boy.
But no. He insisted he knew better.
He got real freaking mad over
Believe
that. Thank you for that new sub,
agree with
Gore
you
Green Duck.
completely.
Thank you, and B-Pass for that resub, and
Can't go on
Greptax.
like this forever.
Thank you very much.
That's really not my
Where
problem.
can I find the commander of the city guard?
Lord Andre can be found in the barracks at the other end of the city.
That's really not my problem.
How do I get to the upper quarter?
Say, are you listening to me at all?
Not really.
You're not a citizen of this
Nobody will
town.
learn anything.
You can save yourself the trip. The guards won't let you in. The entire area behind the inner gate is off limits to
That's
you.
been known a long time.
Where can I spend the...
If you're looking at the travel...
I'd have gone
I have an
about it
important message for the leader of the paladins.
The Honorable Lord Hagen is not receiving anyone.
Why?
Lord Andre, the commander of the city guard, is responsible for all issues pertaining to the common folk.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
I have come to get the Eye of Innos.
The Sacred Eye of Innos. How do you know about
Do
that?
you really believe that?
You're not a member of the Order.
A magician told me about it.
I don't know what his motives were when he entrusted one of the secrets of our order to you. But he certainly didn't mean for you to get your fingers on it.
But
I don't want to hear any more about it.
It's a bad business.
A magician told me. I heard it from an elf.
Hardly know what to believe anymore.
listen, the city is threatened by dragons.
Completely.
That can't be true. Another lunatic. We have enough unrest in the city as it is. And without some dimwit scaring people with fairy tales about dragons. I immediately locked up the last person who was here telling dragon tales and sent them to the Valley of Mines with the prison transport. So mind your tongue. We can't use anyone here who spreads panic among the
I'd
people.
have gone about it differently.
Somebody already reported the dragons here?
Yes. The fellow's name was Diego.
Diego?
I think so, in any case. I warned him just like you. But the lunatic just wouldn't stop getting on my nerves.
It can't
I've got
on
to
like
go.
this forever.
If I hear one more time that you are telling people here about dragons, you will be in big trouble. Do I make myself clear?
But a dragon, I swear I saw a dragon.
Don't say
God.
you didn't know that.
I'm no better off myself.
It was just like you said.
That's all just gossip.
Okay, what are their dialogues
It's
then?
quite obvious.
That's quite obvious.
That's really not my problem.
It's same lines, isn't it? Are they gonna
It
see
was just like you said.
just like you said? Now, I heard that
Don't
dragons
say
are supposed to be really awful in this game, though. That they're just
But
really
no,
badly
he
made.
insisted he knew better.
Hey, you're new in town, huh?
Yes, and what about you?
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here.
Never would have thought of that
I'm almost
himself.
out of gold, so all I can do now is join the militia, I guess. But I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those orcs on the king's behalf.
Mm-hmm.
So sure.
That's really not my problem.
What can you tell me about the militia?
One of the paladins has taken command. A certain Lord Andre. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the orcs attack. But you need to be a citizen of the town in order to be admitted. As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can train anyway. But you won't be officially admitted.
It's a bad business.
Has anything exciting happened?
You could say that. They robbed Bosper the bowmaker. What a brazen thing to do, I tell you. The fellow just ambled into the shop in broad daylight and grabbed himself a bow. And Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop right there, you rogue!" But the thief was too fast.
You didn't get that from me.
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well, all's quiet. I suppose that when the orcs come, we can't fail to notice.
Oh, I forgot. By lowering the barrier, the orcs can now attack the town.
What else can you tell me about Lord Andre?
He has taken over the position of judge as well. If you cause any trouble in this town, you're gonna have to answer to him. I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Andre and ratted me out. That little matter cost me 50 gold pieces.
Oh, God.
I was lucky that it happened at night, or others would have witnessed it.
Really believe that.
The more people complain about you in this town, the higher your penalty will be.
Who did you fight with?
With a fellow named Valentino.
They can't go
He often
on
hangs
this
out in the
forever.
tavern near the temple. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy needed his face rearranged in the worst way.
It happens sometimes. Sometimes you're just like, you know what? I need to rearrange that guy's
Get that from
face.
me.
Madio's store.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Hello there.
What can I do for you?
I am looking for quests to level up.
You listen to the wrong people.
What do you know about paladins?
Since these bastards have come to the city, I've had nothing but trouble. The last time I was headed for the upper end of town, the guards flat out stopped me and asked me what was my business there.
And?
Of course they let me in. I had my shop in the city when most of those pompous asses were still chasing pigs with wooden swords. And yesterday, the bastards came and confiscated half of my goods.
When's the last time that I wanted to rearrange someone's face? Well, I was walking to this lovely little quaint town, and all of a sudden there was some dude that was like,
Don't tell me you didn't
"You
know
don't
that.
come to the Cloud District very often, do you?" And I'm like,
I can't
"Who
believe
the
that.
fuck are you? The Cloud District's like 5 buildings over there.
No, he
Who,
insisted
what are
he
you
knew better.
talking about?" I wanted to rearrange that guy's face.
Everything you hear.
It's not
The paladin seized your goods.
Everything I had stored in the backyard. They simply posted a guard in front of the entrance to the yard. If I'm lucky, they won't take everything. At least they might leave the armor here.
Believe everything you hear.
Yeah, apparently Whiteburne's supposed to be this massive city,
Never
but
thought of that himself.
they like scaled it down to like 10 buildings,
I've heard
unfortunately.
everything
I hope the next Elder Scrolls they really go out and make actually huge cities, because then I'd be like, yes, my immersion.
Can you help me get into the upper quarter?
What? What are you going to do there?
I've got an important message.
Well, well. Have you tried getting past the guards?
I don't see why I should even try.
You're probably right. I don't know how important your message is, and it's none of my business. But even if you told them that a ship full of orcs just anchored in the harbor, they'd send you away. Because they have their orders.
Anything from me.
Well, that's really none of my business.
I'm not touching that.
He doesn't see that.
So can you help me get into the upper quarter?
It seems to be really important to you.
It is.
The question is, how important is it to you?
What are you getting at?
What?
I can help you. After all, I'm one of the most influential people here. But it'll cost you.
I can't help him.
What are you asking for your help?
100 gold pieces.
What?
Be a problem.
That's a whole damn lot.
Take it easy. It isn't your gold I have in mind.
But
In principle, it's my gold. Gritta, the carpenter's niece, hasn't paid what she owes me in ages. But the little brat is constantly running around in new clothes. That means she has the money. I'd like to beat it out of her. But Master Thorben, the carpenter, is also a very influential man. Get me the money and I'll help you.
I hate when people do that. You like loan them some money because they say, oh, fuck,
Going about it differently.
shit. It's fine. Oh god, water. You loan someone some money because they're down and out and they need some help financially, and then they go and they buy stuff for other people, like trips and things. You're like, the fuck did you need the money for? When are you gonna pay me back?
I can't believe that.
It's like,
where can I find this Gritta?
Like I said, she's the carpenter's niece. His house is down the street, the last house on the right before the smithy.
I'd have gone about it differently.
How exactly can you help me?
Quite simple. I'll use my influence to see to it that one of the master craftsmen here takes you on as an apprentice. As such, you'll practically be a citizen of the city and can
New
enter the upper
subscriber.
quarter. Besides which, you'll earn something while you're at it.
That's the first I've heard of it. So why won't they listen to me?
well, I want to see what the other options for apprentice are first, though. What are you selling?
What are you selling?
I can offer you everything you need to survive in the wild. Weapons, torches, provisions, even armor. I still have a
Armor?
special piece in stock. Double-hardened armor of snapper leather, still unused. Interested?
I love armor. It's
Never asked for my opinion.
250 gold, though.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
250 gold.
Got my own opinion about
New subscriber.
Is it really true?
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
One thing at a time. First fulfill your part of the deal and bring me the gold.
All right.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Where could I sign on as an apprentice then?
Basically, with any master here on the main street. That would be Harrod the smith, Bosper the bowmaker, Thorben the carpenter, or Constantino the alchemist. One of them is bound to take you on. But it's important that the other masters agree. That's always been the custom here in Corinus.
Okay.
So why won't they listen to me?
They all sound good.
That's all just gossip.
But he knew that all along.
Why don't you take me on as an apprentice?
I would, but the other masters wouldn't agree. I just recently took on another apprentice.
I get so worked up.
Okay. I kind of want that armor, though, but I don't need it in town, so I'll hold on until I find some more.
I agree with you
Oh,
completely.
there's a book. Until I find more
Deserve that.
money. Blood flies, rid of that one
He
already.
never would have thought of that himself.
So why won't they listen to me?
Will it ever change?
Okay, hold on. Options, controls. Sneak is X in this. Okay. All right, we're gonna steal a little bit.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
I know nothing about
God
picking
damn.
locks.
God damn it.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
I agree with
Later.
you completely.
I've heard a thing or two.
That's been known a long time.
Touching that.
Apparently, I can't pick locks yet.
What with?
I know, what with? No meat to fry. So we gotta get money from some lady who borrowed money and is buying a bunch of
That's
shit.
been known a long time.
Greta, or Gritta.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Fletcher, Deadly Arrow.
You listen to the wrong people.
Citizen, Rupert, hi.
Hello, stranger. You must be hungry and thirsty. Perhaps I can interest you in my wares.
No, he insisted he knew better.
I've heard a thing or two.
I need some money, and I'm looking for work.
Quest,
I've
please.
heard that Bosper has trouble with his suppliers. His shop is right over there. They say he pays pretty well.
Deserve that.
He never would have thought
What do
of
you
that
have to
himself.
offer?
At the moment, I don't have much choice.
Knew that
The
was
damned landowner doesn't deliver anymore. And what we get from the small farms isn't enough to meet the demands of the city.
That was quite obvious.
Tell me more about the peasants' revolt.
It's quite simple. Onar, the fat landowner, won't pay any more taxes to the city. Imagine, we're at war with the orcs, and that fat slob wants everything for himself. Normally, the city guard would take firm measures in such cases. But now comes the best part. They say Onar has hired mercenaries to keep the troops from the city off his back.
No way.
Mercenaries. The whole thing will end in a damn war, as if one war weren't enough.
There's nothing you can do.
What do you know about Onar's mercenaries?
I heard that most of them are former convicts from the mining colony.
Uh-oh.
And their leader's supposed to have been a big shot with the king, a general or something, whom they put away as a traitor. These are terrible times.
If he doesn't see that.
I wonder if I killed them in the previous game, but somehow they're back.
He really didn't deserve
I was
that.
actually on my way to see the paladins.
There's little chance of that. Since the paladins made themselves at home in the upper end of town, hardly anyone gets in there anymore.
He never would have thought of that
Oh,
himself.
goodbye. Yeah, this town looks
I hardly
fantastic
know what to
right now.
believe anymore.
Hi, here.
Halt!
Whoa!
No one may enter the storeroom!
Why are you shouting?
Nobody ever asked
Why can't anyone enter the storeroom?
The Honorable Lord Hagen has confiscated the goods for the king's army.
I'm not touching.
Why can't anyone...
The hon-
I'm no better off myself.
God. Halt!
We can only wait and see.
Only wait and see, though. That's not
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Hello,
Got my own
Bosper.
Welcome to my shop, stranger.
Oh, hello.
I am Bosper. I craft bows and trade in furs. What brings you to Corinus?
Do you really believe that?
Oh yeah, I remember that from the first game.
That was quite obvious.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
I already thought as much.
He never would have thought.
I've heard that someone stole from you.
Who told you that?
You mustn't
Probably
believe everything.
Bartok, huh? Didn't he have anything better to tell you?
Believe that.
Oh, well. Let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say his prayers. I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave, with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the lowlife ran towards the harbor, and they lost him there. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they searched the entire harbor district. But they didn't find a thing. Those bumbling lackeys. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I informed the guards on both city gates, and they haven't seen anyone leave with my bow. When I get my hands on that bastard...
That's not what I heard.
It's triggering me really hardcore that the bowstring is stabbing people through the guts. Just...
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I'm looking for work.
Listen to me.
I could use a new apprentice. The last one just gave up his job 2 days ago. Do you know anything about hunting then?
Well...
I could teach you how to skin animals. I'll pay you well for every skin you bring me.
Like you said.
Oh, yes, I would love to learn to skin animals,
You
please.
listen to the wrong people.
That was quite obvious.
I agree with you completely.
I already thought as
What
much.
if I want to sign on with one of the other masters?
Balderdash. Harold and Matteo already have apprentices. Constantino the alchemist is a loner, and he hasn't taken an apprentice in years. And as for Thorben, everyone knows he's dead broke. He probably couldn't even pay you. I, on the other hand, am in urgent need of an apprentice, and I pay well, too. But no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval of all other masters from the lower part of town.
Be a problem.
Why did your apprentice give up his job?
All he said was that it had become too dangerous out there. If you're really interested, then you can ask him yourself. His name is Bartok. He's probably hanging out near Corrigan's tavern.
Bartok?
Go through the underpass from the smithy, then you're headed straight for it.
Okay. So far, the city's like really big, but small at the same time.
Don't tell this to anyone.
I already thought as much. But he knew that.
Show me your wares.
Show me your wares, please. Ring of Dexterity, 500 bucks.
Where did you pick
Other
that
belt,
up, then?
protection.
That's what I've always said.
Where did you pick that up, then?
Bolts.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
He had better shut up.
Mustn't believe everything you hear.
Rude lady.
I'm not touching
Don't tell her to
that.
shut up.
I can't help
God.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Got my own opinion about that.
I keep hearing her over here and him over there.
better off myself.
That's what I've always said.
I've heard a thing.
This is weird. Are they talking faster than the first game?
I already thought as
Will it
much.
ever change?
Don't tell this to anyone.
I need to get into the upper quarter.
Where the paladins are? Forget
Get
it.
it.
You need to be a respected citizen here, or at least hold a decent job. As a stranger, you stand no chance of getting in.
Really? How interesting.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. I've heard a thing or two.
No better off.
I want him to teach me how to skin animals without becoming his apprentice, because I'm worried that you can only be one person's apprentice at a time. 5,000 bits! Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for 5,000 bits, Tina! Forgot about that notification.
We can only wait and see.
Thank you for 5,000 bits.
Hey, you, wait. You look familiar to me.
What do you want?
I've seen your face before somewhere, right?
Don't say you didn't know that.
Here. We found this picture on some bandits we picked up a
I'd
few
have thought
days
about it
ago.
differently.
It looks a lot like you. Apparently, those guys were looking for you.
Wait, they're looking for me?
Do you really believe that?
Gee, I'd never have thought of that myself.
Very funny. What did those guys want from
To the
you?
wrong people.
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely locked up, haven't you?
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know then.
If you're in some
would have
kind of
thought of that
trouble,
himself.
go talk to Lord Andre. Maybe he can help you.
Hardly know
You'll
what to
find him in the barracks.
Do you really believe that?
Wouldn't be so
Alright, well, let's...
So why
I want to
won't
learn
they
skinning
listen?
from you, so I'm going to talk to you.
I can't take care of everything for
Why
everyone.
get so worked up? I've heard a thing
Will I
or
get
two
your
about
approval to sign up with a different master?
All right. You shall have my approval, but on one condition. Work for me, at least for a short time.
Okay.
That way, you can find out for yourself whether you like my craft or not. And who knows? Maybe you'll end up liking it, and you'll stay with me. If you're good enough to sign on with me, you're also good enough for all others here.
Alright, well, I can be your apprentice for a
I don't
while.
know what to believe anymore.
What do you want me to do for you?
Believe everything
I
you
will
hear.
teach you how to skin an animal, and you will bring me, let's say, half a dozen wolf skins.
Half a dozen.
Then I'll know that you have learned your trade. If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skins are in acceptable condition, I will take you on if you like. Or, you can start with one of the other masters, if that's what you really want.
Or two.
5 LP? They probably sell for a shit ton, though.
So why won't they listen?
Teach me how to skin animals.
Right. Listen, it's quite easy, really. You take a sharp blade and cut open the animal's belly. Then make a few small incisions on the inside of the legs, and you can peel off the skin. Bring me the wolf skins and we shall see.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
About the wolfskins.
We had agreed on half a dozen, but you've still got time. Go and get those skins.
Is this like a timed quest? Oh, I don't know. It might be timed. I better save. I wonder if
That
I could
doesn't
still loot
surprise
the
me.
wolves already killed.
You didn't get that from me.
No, it's not timed? Okay. It sounded like it was timed.
Ah, fresh face. You're not from Corinus, are you?
I'm not, no.
This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere. No work, and now the farmers have risen up too. What winds have blown you here?
The winds of Questlog. They are blowing strong in this direction.
I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about carpentry?
Not
The
really.
only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about locks?
Well,
I'm sorry, but I can't use you if you know nothing about my trade. And I have no money to pay for an apprentice.
So, you know a lot about locks.
What good is a fine chest without a fine lock? I make my own locks. That way, I can at least be sure I haven't built my chest that sturdy for nothing. A poorly made lock is easy to break, and there are plenty of thieves about in Corinus, especially lately.
Man, if only someone could teach me how to pick locks.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
I don't know whether you can be trusted or not. For all I know, you might be one of those layabouts who only come to town to empty the chests of honest people.
What, me?
I'm not going to teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're an honest fellow.
I would never. How dare you?
What if I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the other masters here?
All right, I shall give you my approval. But you had better get yourself the blessing of the gods first. Say, are you a man of faith?
Yes.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Yes, a most humble servant, Master Thorben.
Then go to Vatras, the priest of Adanos, and have him give you his blessing. He will tell you where you can find a priest of Innos. You should get his blessing, too. Once you have received the blessing of the gods, I shall vote for you.
Oh, God. Why do you gotta put religion into this?
Can't believe that.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
I don't know whether you can be trusted or not. For all I know, you might be one of those layabouts who only come to town to empty the chests of honest people. I'm not gonna teach you.
Well,
Have you had an apprentice before?
Yes, and not too long ago.
And what happened?
His name is Elvrich. He's my nephew.
I
was quite pleased with him, actually, but one day he simply didn't show up for work.
It's just weird his voice change.
Where is Elvrich now?
How would I know? He kept hanging around that filthy brothel by the harbor. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still warming the bed of some whore down there.
I'm no better off myself.
How long has it been since you saw him?
I guess it must be about 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Have you reported that to the militia?
Of course I have. They were supposed to catch him and see to it that the lazy bones does his work. But I already regret that. He can do whatever he wants. Sooner or later he'll realize he'll get nowhere in Corinus without a decent job.
Is that so?
So they couldn't get the same voice actor for the expansion pack? Oh, well, that sucks. My immersion, though.
I've come about Gritta.
My niece? What's your business with her? This isn't about money, is it?
She owes 100 gold pieces to the merchant Matteo.
Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me, I've had nothing but trouble.
Gold digger.
She's in debt with practically every single merchant in town. I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender, just to settle her debts. And now this. Gritta should be in the house. Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this, she doesn't have a single gold piece.
We shall see.
What is it with these people that use other people? They move in, they want lots of money, they take all their money, and they just lounge around and do nothing all day. It must be a terrible life to be a leecher.
What do you know about the paladins?
Not much. They arrived by ship 2 weeks ago from the mainland. Since then, they've withdrawn to the upper end of town. Nobody here really knows exactly why they have come. Many are afraid of an attack by the orcs. I suppose, however, that they are here to quell the farmers' rebellion.
Says the streamer. I don't ask for your money. You guys give it to me voluntarily. As I think you think I'm just irresistibly sexy and just want me to fall in love with you by giving me your subs and your bits and your follows and your less than 3s. And it's like, whatever. And sure, yeah, I take off my clothing every now and then just to reveal my body, but that's just a part of my stream. It's not the primary thing, you know? This sexiness just happens to be there. It's not what my stream's all about, alright?
Do you know anything about the Peasants' Rebellion?
Rumor has it that Onar, the landowner, has hired mercenaries to keep the king's troops from breathing down his neck. He was probably tired of having to throw his harvest along with his livestock at paladins and militia. All we notice of this in town is that the food prices keep rising. Onar's farm lies far to the east of here. We wouldn't know if there's any fighting going on there. And if you want to know more, ask the merchants in the marketplace. They get around the island more than I do.
That was quite obvious.
New subscriber. James. Leo Wolfie, thank you for the new sub. Network Guy, thank you for the sub. And Sister Cycle, thank you. Rage Battle, thank you. Seriously, though, stop objectifying me by subbing, please. It's hurting me. Stop.
He doesn't see that. I can't help it.
How about your approval, Master?
Has Vatras given you his blessing?
No.
Not yet.
Then I don't.
Okay, bye. Okay, I gotta find the gold digger. She's inside. Alright, lady. Freaking gold digger lady.
What do you want, stranger? If you've come to beg, I must disappoint you. I am a poor widow. My name is Gritta. Ever since my husband died, I have been running the household for my uncle Thorabin.
Enos beheld what Beliar had
Mateo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Those are not the colors I ordered. That's fraud, that is. Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Oh my god, I hate her already.
Such a good man he was. Handsome, hardworking, a gentleman of the old school. We had it all. Wealth, happiness. Sometimes we were even invited to high society events. The festivities, all the beautiful clothes and hairdos, the fine dining and civilized conversations. Everything was better back then. No one would have dared to humiliate the heart of a poor widow with such...
Her mouth.
So shall it be.
It's getting all kinds of...
The human and the beast waged war upon the land.
Ridiculous claims. Whatever shall I do?
It's
My pension is barely enough to make ends meet, and times are getting even rougher. One sees it everywhere. People must scrimp and save. It's been weeks since the last ship came to town. My husband was the captain of a merchant ship. Actually, he even owned the ship. From his long journeys, he always brought me presents. Exquisite fabrics from the mainland, precious spices from the southern countries. Most people haven't even heard of these things. But then, one day, I got the tidings that the Gritta had sunk. That was the name of the ship. My husband called it that out of love for me. I wept and prayed that my husband had survived the disaster. Every day I hoped to hear from him, but all my longing was in vain. May Innos have mercy on his soul. May he rest in peace. Since that time, I have been living under these modest circumstances, and now this soulless, callous Mateo is after the last bit of my life savings. Please have mercy on a poor woman. Back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to do that. Oh, my poor husband.
Go on.
Such a good man he was. Handsome, hardworking, a gentleman of the old school. We had it all. Wealth, happiness. Sometimes we were even invited to high society events. The festivities, all the beautiful clothes and hairdos, the fine dining and civilized conversations. Everything was better back then. No one would have dared to humiliate the heart of a poor widow with such...
Go on.
Ridiculous claims. Whatever shall I do? My pension is barely enough to make ends meet. People must scrimp and save. It's been weeks from his long journeys.
Oh my god, cut it out, lady.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you've still got a bunch of stuff in your closet.
How dare you, uncouth lout. All right, here, take the gold.
See?
Got
That
it.
isn't so hard.
And now, will you please leave my house?
Got her to pay me. What a gold digger. I got money out of her, though. Hallelujah.
As well as animals, wolves as well as sheep.
Your niece had 100 gold pieces.
What? The brazen little serpent. That was my gold. She took it from my chest. Give it back to me. I have to pay off Lamar first. Mateo can get his money later.
He never would have thought of that himself.
That's the first I've heard of it.
Here's your gold.
God damn it.
Thanks. Now I have at least part of the money I owe Lamar. I can't believe she had the audacity to take my gold.
God damn it. God damn it. Let's not tell her. Let's not tell him about that this time.
But so great was the
What do you want, my name?
that he came across the land
You
and
let...
chose the beast and
Cut it.
But I don't...
to it, and the beast became
Then we'll
How?
see.
And now...
Okay. It's not cheating if you feel bad about it after. I feel bad about saves coming. It's fine. I feel bad, therefore it's not cheating. Well, I have your money.
Here's your 100 gold pieces.
Level up!
And? Did she cause any problems?
None to speak of.
Good. You've held up your part of the deal.
Got my own opinion about that.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Help me sign on as an apprentice with one of the masters.
Don't worry. I'll keep my part of the bargain.
You better.
The other masters will only hear the best about you from me.
Oh, he insisted he knew better.
Okay.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
I do want that leather armor, but I don't need it like right away. I have 300 gold pieces and it costs 250. Which is a lot.
That would be a problem.
Okay, we talked to you. Let's talk to really Brian the blacksmith.
New in the city, huh? I'm Brian. I'm Master Harrod's apprentice.
You're a blacksmith. Okay.
What's it like to be the smith's apprentice?
Why do you ask? You want to be
Oh,
my
you're the apprentice.
successor?
Maybe.
Why not? I'm almost done with my apprenticeship, and then I'm gonna leave the city. But not because of Harrod. He is a good master. I've learned a lot from him.
Why do you want to leave this town?
Because the people here are getting on my nerves above all the other masters. I still remember what a fuss it was getting accepted as an apprentice with Harrod. Really, every one of them jokers had something to say about it. I want to decide for myself who I can or can't take as an apprentice.
Tell me more about Master Harrod.
He's not in a very good mood right now.
Like everyone in this
A few
town.
days ago, the paladins came and ordered him to forge some swords for them. They've even forbidden him to sell swords to anyone else.
What?
Now he slaves day and night to finish the job as quickly as possible.
Oh, come on.
Who are the other masters?
Well, there's Thorpen the carpenter, Bosper the bowmaker, Constantino the alchemist, and Mateo. He sells armor, but first of all, he's a merchant. All the masters have their houses here on the street, and Constantino's shop is in the underpass to the temple.
Did you guys see that guy's swagger walk?
Can I buy weapons from you?
Not really, I'm merely an assistant. The weapons that are made in this smithy are collected by the militia and taken to the towers where they're stored.
Why?
But if it has anything to do with forging, maybe I can help you.
What can I get from you?
I can sell you some steel billets.
You can sell me raw steel? Can I make my own weapon with those? Like the last game? Let's see if we could do that like we did the last game. Oh yeah, let's make our own stuff. Yeah, heat it up. Hey, Harad.
Hey.
I'm looking for work.
I could use a new apprentice. Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon, and then he'll leave the city.
Yes.
Are you good for anything?
If you mean, do I know blacksmith's work?
No, that's not what I meant. Sooner or later, the orcs are going to lay siege to the city, and then the only men who will count will be those who are in a position to defend our city. And I won't take on anyone as an apprentice who will disgrace me by fleeing the city with the women and the good-for-nothings, instead of holding the fort here with the men.
Well, I might not be a great blacksmith, but I know how to... I made a really nice heated metal stick. You want to touch it? See how hot it is? I made that.
I'm not a good-for-nothing.
Those are big words. Can you back them up with big deeds?
What are you getting
Oh, I got
at?
big
Bring
deeds.
me an orc's weapon. Orcs have been seen near the city. With a bit of luck, you won't have to search for long. If you manage to bring one down, I'll take you on as an apprentice, provided the other masters agree.
Nobody will learn anything from me. I don't believe this is gonna change.
Let's talk again about that orc thing.
Orc thing.
I can't help it. Got my own opinion about
Your orc is as good as dead.
Good. Then stop wasting your breath and let your deeds speak for themselves.
I've heard a thing or two.
Where can I find the orc?
It's all just gossip.
When can I start as your apprentice?
Not before you've proven to me that you're good for something.
There's nothing you can do.
Well, I'm good at massages. You want a massage, bruh?
Be so sure.
Do you sell weapons too?
Will it ever change?
Forget it. Everything I make goes to the paladins or the militia. I have a commission for 100 swords from Lord Hagen. He wants to equip the city guard.
I can't believe
Can I sign on as an apprentice with a different master?
The other masters may well approve, but I will only give you my approval when you first prove that you're good for something.
so sure.
Alright, goodbye.
Do you really believe that?
Let me heat up more metal.
There's nothing you can
Alright, now I need to bang the metal. Where's the anvil? There it is. Bang metal.
I get so worked up.
Forge regular weapons.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Forge ore weapons. Okay, alright, we'll forge nothing then.
But no, you insisted you knew better.
You've got no business being
I was
here.
I thought
Hey,
that was the
You're not
bathroom.
quite as stupid as you look.
I thought that was the bathroom. I'm sorry. Apparently he trains how to walk with swagger.
Is it really true? He never would have thought of that himself. Got my own opinion about
Yeah, this is the sneak crab walk. So bad. Okay, we got a bottle of wine. Oh, hello.
You've got no business being here.
They instantly knew I was in here.
Smart kid.
As soon as I unsneaked, they psychically knew I was
I
inside.
hardly know what to believe anymore.
So I got a crab walk the whole time.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Oh god, there's so many nooks and crannies in the
Got
city.
my own opinion about that.
Hi, Thorben.
That's terrible.
Your niece had 100 gold pieces.
What? The brazen little serpent. That was my gold. She took it from my chest. Give it back to me. I have to pay off Lamar first. Mateo can get his money later.
I've already given Mateo his gold.
Damn. Oh well, a debt is a debt. At least you didn't keep the money. I guess I should thank you for that.
Teach me how to pick locks?
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
You have paid Gritta's debt with Mateo. You seem to be a decent fellow. I shall teach you what you want to know. However, I cannot do it for free. I still have a mountain of debts, and I need the money.
How much do you charge?
200 gold pieces.
Are you fucking serious? 200 gold pieces? Are you kidding me?
Maybe later.
What?
Got my own opinion.
200? Is this guy for real? Holy crap.
And Enos gave unto him a portion.
Hi there.
What do you want? I'm not giving anything away.
I didn't say that. What?
I'm looking to become an apprentice.
Really? And with whom are you going to sign up?
I want to sign up with you as an apprentice.
With me? No! I have already had the dubious pleasure once of grappling with an apprentice. That's quite enough for me. I invested several years in his education, and in the end, the poor fool up and poisoned himself. Go sign up with one of the other masters.
Thank you for subbing with Twitch Prime. Howard Cruz, thank you very much.
What will I have to do to become your apprentice?
I couldn't bear yet another dilettante on my conscience. There is a multitude of herbs out there. Used in different variations, they develop the most diverse effects. You probably don't even know half of them. Here. This is a list of the most important plants. Bring me a plant of each kind, and I might reconsider taking you in as an apprentice.
Alright, I guess.
I want to sign up with one of the other masters.
You have come to ask my approval?
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, you can sign up with whoever you like.
Well, I'll leave you alone if you give me 200 gold pieces.
I'm in need of healing.
Why? Are you injured?
No.
Not really.
Get lost then, or you may well suffer an injury.
Show me your wares.
Pure life energy. To make a powerful potion, knowledge of elixirs and healing is required for use. Pure mana. 1,500 gold. Jesus. Goblin's bone wings. Goodbye. This guy's kind of an asshole. Don't like him. Marketplace, Temple Square.
But the light was a torment for Beliar.
Oh, dear God.
All that Enos created was destroyed by Beliar.
Oh, God. Religious people. Hi.
Adanos be with you.
Who are you?
I am Vatras, a servant of Adanos, the guardian of the divine and earthly equilibrium. What can I do for you?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
Because...
Cavalorn sent me to you.
And what did he tell you?
He said you're in dire need of more good people.
Aha. So, you want to join us, son?
Maybe. I don't know.
Here, I've got a letter for you.
For me? Indeed. This is an important message you're bringing me. I wonder how you got hold of this letter.
I got it from Cavalorn, the hunter.
Cavalorn? Where is he?
I just
He
said
told
that.
me to tell you he couldn't make it and is headed for the meeting point. Whatever he meant by that.
I see that you have gained Cavalorn's trust. That speaks in your favor.
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
And why would I do that?
I just told you.
I've got this stone tablet. Can you tell me more about it?
Those are artifacts from the old culture, which we have been investigating for some time. There are several kinds of them. Some contain information about the history of the ancient people, and that is the kind I am interested in. Bring me all of those that you can find. I shall give you an appropriate reward.
That is vague. Appropriate reward could be literally anything. It could be like a dead rat. Well, that's appropriate for your stupid cat-like person.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
You do? Well, that means you have already fulfilled the first requirement.
Well, that was easy.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, there must be someone among us who trusts you. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know about it. But I know nothing about you at all.
What do you want to know?
Well, you could tell me where you come from and why you have come to the city.
I carry an important message for the leader of the Paladins.
What is this message?
Bros before hoes.
A large army is gathering as we talk, led by dragons and determined to conquer the country.
Dragons? You speak of beings which until now have only been mentioned in legends. How do you know this?
No, I heard rumors somewhere.
Aha! And that is why you have made this journey. Who are you really?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize.
That's not English.
You are a former prisoner who heard rumors that dragons have come to conquer the country. And you have come to report this to the Paladins.
Yeah.
I think there's something you're not telling me. If you're worried I might pass on what you tell me, then let me reassure you. I have sworn to keep all secrets I am entrusted with to myself.
And what about all the people here?
They only understand half of what I preach to them, so don't fret. Let's start over at the beginning. What's that message?
Terrible things are bound to happen soon.
Terrible things, hmm? How do you know this?
Zardas, the magician, told me. He sent me to warn the Paladins.
The necromancer. So he lives, and he sent you. Who are you really?
Is it just me or are you getting darker, sir?
I'm a former convict from the penal colony of Corinus.
Good. Let us summarize. You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that terrible things are going to happen. And you have come to report this to the Paladins. I think there's something you're not. If you,
And what about
they? Let's.
Okay.
a lot?
You are a former prisoner who has been told by Zardas, the necromancer, that dragons have come to conquer the country.
I know that.
And you have come to report
Yes.
this to the Paladins. That all sounds rather fantastic, but I cannot perceive that you are lying to me. Therefore, I must assume that your motives are honorable. I want to give you a chance to join the Ring of Water.
Does that mean I get to use magic?
Tell me about the Ring of Water.
Since you are not yet a member of our community, I cannot tell you everything, of course.
Of course.
But I shall tell you what I may.
Who are the members of the Ring of Water, then?
I cannot tell you that until you join the ring.
Okay.
But you will certainly have met some of them by that time.
I see the moon coming up.
Where are the other water mages?
They are exploring the ruins of an old culture northeast of Corinus. We suspect that those ruins might contain a passage to a part of the island which is as yet uncharted.
Tell me more about that uncharted area.
If you're interested in joining the expedition, I could send you to Satyrus with a letter.
Uh-oh.
You can only participate, of course, as long as you're one of us.
Of course.
Not a good idea. Me and him aren't on good terms right now.
What exactly is it that you do?
We stand between the Order of Innos and the chaos of Beliar. If one of the two sides should gain the upper hand, it will mean either total loss of freedom or deadly chaos. Therefore, we guard the balance between the two. That's what makes life in this world possible for all.
And what does that mean in concrete terms?
The fall of the barrier has evoked numerous threats. The bandits are probably the most obvious one. Not only has it become all but impossible to travel the island without being attacked, there's someone in town, too, who supports the bandits. We have found out that the bandits receive regular deliveries from a weapons merchant in Corinus.
Oh, hell no.
We try to find such people and keep them from endangering the city. If you can find out anything about this, let me know.
That's the first I've heard of it.
The first I heard of it. Hold on.
That's terrible.
I'm asking your blessing.
Why should I give you my blessing, stranger?
I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the masters in the lower part of town.
Go with the blessing of Adanos, my son.
I can't see you at all, sir. We're having a conversation in pitch black right now.
And he works all day too.
What must I do in order to join the ring?
Know that you take on great responsibility by joining the ring. I do not let just anyone join who comes to us and asks. If you want to join the ring, you will have to prove that you act like one of us.
And that means...
Before we let a young man join our ranks, he must have done a great deed for the ring.
Moon.
Only then can I begin to consider letting you help preserve the balance of forces on this island.
That's no secret.
You're making me want to play this again? Well, I'm about to make you even more happy.
Someone's got to do the work.
Nobody wants to know.
I have vanquished the sleeper. Isn't that a great enough deed?
My ears hear many a tale these days, including the story about the banning of the beast called the Sleeper. I have not heard that this was achieved by a single man, although your eyes tell me that you are convinced you did this. That confuses me slightly, but I cannot be sure that my senses might not deceive me sometimes.
That was no big deal.
I have freed many people. The barrier is gone.
Even if you can really claim responsibility for that, the great event in the Valley of Mines has not only set free the water mages and other upright citizens. All the criminals of the entire country are roaming Corinus these days, harassing the population. The bandits have already taken over large areas of land outside the city. It has become all but impossible to leave the town and return unharmed.
I'm not telling you anything new.
So what would be an appropriate deed that might convince you?
Corinus is facing a great enigma these days. The number of people missing from the town seems to increase almost daily. If you can explain to me what happened to them, you shall have your place within the Ring of Water. However,
yes?
You should take your message to the paladins first. I consider it a matter of utmost importance. Talk to Lord Hagen.
I would love to, but they won't let me in there.
But Lord Hagen is not going to receive me.
Yes, he will, no doubt about it.
It's
provided you become a member of a powerful community first.
No secret.
The ring has far-reaching connections. We shall assist you in conveying your message as soon as possible. You should talk about this to Laris, whom I trust. He will help you.
You don't have to tell me.
What community should I join?
There are only 3 communities that have enough influence. These
Nom,
are
nom, nom, nom,
the
nom,
City
bitch.
Militia, the Monastery of the Fire Magicians, and the troop of mercenaries on the landowner's farm. The choice is yours, son. Laris can certainly assist you with this difficult decision. Talk to him about it.
And that's the truth.
I'll do that.
I shall do that.
I never knew that.
Hold on a second.
Tell me that isn't true.
Wait. If you see Laris, give him this ornament and tell him that it needs to be returned. He'll know what to do with it.
Tell me.
Give me a second.
That's not what I heard.
That's not what my husband thinks.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I'm not touching that.
Oh my god, I can see him now.
Go away, don't tell me that.
Is there anything that could help me with my search?
You're a very persistent young man,
It's really not my
but I actually can think of something that could make your tasks easier for you. I shall give you this ore amulet. You'll certainly be able to use it. It is an amulet of the searching will-o'-the-wisps. There are only very few of them. The will-o'-the-wisp that inhabits this amulet has very special properties. It can help you find things that normally elude the naked eye. You summon it by simply wearing the amulet. If it loses its power, or you cannot find it, simply put on the amulet again and it will reappear. The will-o'-the-wisp can detect weapons. It could be very helpful to you in investigating the weapons deliveries to the bandits. Treat it well, and it will never fail you.
ever change.
Something tells me, okay.
That's no secret.
A will-o'-the-wisp in an amulet?
Will-o'-the-wisps are admirable creatures. They consist of pure magical energy. They are bound to the magical ore in this world. It is their origin. It gives them their strength. I'm not surprised that you've never heard of them. They only appear to the person who bears the ore to which they belong. Will-o'-the-wisps living in the wild have been forcefully removed from their sources. They will attack anyone who approaches them. There is no way to help those pitiful creatures.
If he doesn't see
You would better stay away from them.
I can get away with that.
Can the will-o'-the-wisp do more than that?
So many diary entries.
More than look for close combat weapons? Not unless you teach it. I think Riordian knows how to teach these beings. He is one of us, currently traveling with Satyrus. Perhaps he can tell you more.
Okay.
That's been known
Thank
a
you.
long time.
I shall take good care of it.
No idea. You tell me.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Here.
He doesn't
I've
see
got another stone tablet for you.
Great. Here, take a few potions as a reward.
Thank you.
That's really not my problem.
He can't keep anything to himself.
He can't keep anything to himself.
No one really wants to hear that.
Can you teach me something about magic?
Only the chosen of Innos and the chosen of Adonos are permitted to work rune magic. But common mortals can also work magic with the help of spell scrolls. I can show you how you can channel and expand your magic powers.
This guy has been luring me for like 20 minutes. And I love it.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
I want to increase my magic powers.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, this city, there's so much to do in this city. It's crazy. We're going to be here for hours probably.
It had to happen sooner or later.
It can't go on like this forever.
That's not what I heard.
Is Meal, sorry, not Meal. Is
That
Meal.
was no big deal.
Is magic any good in this one?
He would have never thought of that himself.
He really should
Oh
have
my
known
God.
better.
Where can I find a priest of Innos?
The best thing would be to look around the marketplace. You will find an emissary of the monastery there.
Meals are very good in this, I bet.
Obvious all along.
Tell me about the gods.
What exactly would you like to know?
I don't know who the gods are.
Tell me about Beliar.
Beliar is the dark god of death.
Not today,
destruction,
Beliar.
And all things unnatural. He is in eternal battle with Innos, but Adonos guards the balance between the two. Only a few humans follow the call of Beliar. However, he grants great strength to those who do.
I've got no time.
Tell me about Adonos.
Adanos is the god of the center. He is the scales of justice.
The center?
And guardian of the balance between Innos and Beliar. He commands the power of change. His gift is the water in all the oceans, rivers and lakes. His priests are the water mages, just as I am a servant and priest of Adanos.
Okay, and how about Enios?
Tell me about Innos.
Very well.
That's no secret.
Innos is the first and highest god. He created the sun and the world. He commands light and fire, his gifts to humanity. He is law and justice. His priests are the magicians of fire. The paladins are his warriors.
I couldn't get away with that.
That's all just gossip.
Okay. God, this guy had so much lore. Holy crap, that was a lot of lore. That was tons of lore. It is dark in the city. Hi,
better. Where did you pick that up then?
Brian Regis.
Now
Hi.
that's typical, isn't it?
Has anything exciting happened?
Oh well, all's quiet.
Way to talk to you. Goodbye.
That's what I've always said.
All right. Bartok, I've talked to you.
Hey.
Is it really true?
How's it going?
What's
You're not
up?
from around here, are you? Never mind. Neither am I.
Where did you hang around before?
In the woods, hunting scavengers and wolves together with some hunters. But I gave it up. These are dangerous times.
His voice,
There's
though.
a lot of riffraff running around out there.
I don't believe that.
That's the truth.
Yeah, this game is quite good at making a very deep, rich city that you want to explore. Even Elder Scrolls doesn't have cities as in-depth and awesome as this has been so far.
Now that's typical.
This is on the par with like The Witcher, I'd say, with making a city full of shit.
Would ever change?
Where can I find the other hunters?
We had our camp outside near the tavern halfway to Onar's farm, but I don't know whether there is anyone left in the camp now.
There used to be 2 of us here in town until a few days ago. My friend Trokar is an excellent hunter.
Been there, done that.
Don't say you didn't know.
Yeah, Elder Scrolls cities are something to be desired.
I've got no time to think
Vosper
like
said you used to work for him.
Yes, I did, but he was only interested in his blasted hides. I told him how dangerous it's gotten out there. He didn't really listen to me. Well, anyway, he paid well. I can't complain about that.
Can you tell me anything else about him?
Got my own opinion about
Vosper had one of his bows stolen recently in broad daylight. Some guy just waltzed into his store,
Thievery.
took a bow, and left. The thieves are getting more and more brazen.
I used to say that myself.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
You listen to the wrong people.
He simply talks too much.
There's more, believe me.
Nobody ever asked for more.
Can you teach me something about hunting?
I can teach you how to sneak properly and how to handle a bow.
I've heard a thing or
So, where is your friend Trokar now?
Well, it's a curious story. Only a few days ago, we were both standing at the bar in Corrigan's tavern, discussing the hunt.
That isn't true.
Don't ask me what happened next. I had had a few by then. I vaguely remember Trokar saying that he was going out to get a few swamp weed reefers. He never came back.
Can't take care of everything for everybody.
Few swamp.
Really should have known better.
Where does one get swamp weed reefers?
Somewhere down at the harbor, as far as I know.
Didn't you go looking for him?
No, but I reported it to the militia. But they haven't been able to find him yet. I hope he didn't get attacked by a wolf, or worse.
Really?
Oh,
I'm
God.
afraid that I'll stumble over his body someday when I'm out hunting. I don't think I could bear that.
That's the truth.
Let's go hunting when it's not dark. It's super dark right now.
I couldn't get away
Hi there,
with that.
citizen.
Wouldn't be so sure.
Valentino. Have I talked to you yet? I think I have.
Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Got my own opinion about that.
Well, what have we here?
Have you no manners? That's disgusting. Oh, is this filthy rabble. Haven't you a job where you ought to be? But I suppose no one would miss a down-at-heel fellow like you, hey? Well, if you had as much gold as I do, you wouldn't have to work either. But you'll never be that rich.
I see I'm gonna have lots of fun with you.
That's all just gossip.
Wow, rude.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
But he knew that all along.
I asked you who you are.
I am Valentino, the handsome, bon vivant and ladies' man. Poor in cares, rich in wisdom and gold, and the women throw themselves at me. If you have problems, keep them. I don't need them.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Do you have anything else to tell me?
Make yourself popular, never promise anything to anyone, take what you can, and watch out that you don't get into a quarrel with the militia. Or with jealous husbands, of course. They're the worst, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Things like that.
That was no
I can't
big
teach
deal.
him manners. He's got a nice weapon and armor. I have neither.
Really believe that?
I don't believe that.
Oh, my torch is gone.
I can't believe that.
I'd have done it different.
Goodbye.
He'd better shut up.
You better shut up.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I'm not telling you anything new.
He'd better shut up.
You better
I used to
shut
say
up.
that myself.
What?
Cut out this magic
Smart
crap.
kid.
If I hadn't seen
Okay, torch back on. Perfect. Better shut up. Hello.
He'd better shut up.
He listens
Hello,
to the
Corrigan.
people.
Can I get a drink here?
If you have gold, you can even eat here if you like.
That's all just gossip.
You're so nice.
And how's business going?
Ah, don't remind me. Lord Andre is serving free beer at the Gallows Square. Hardly anybody comes here now, except for the rich people from the upper quarter.
What's wrong with them?
Yeah, some of those swells could really get on your nerves. Take that Valentino, for instance. I can't stand the sight of him.
Somebody wants to know.
But I can't pick my customers. I need every coin I can make. What little I had managed to save has been stolen, along with all my silver.
Who says things like that?
You've been robbed?
Yep, some time ago. It was still rather crowded that night, and I was doing the rounds serving beer. I wasn't gone long from behind the counter, but it was long enough for those bastards. I went to see the militia about it.
Militia?
Couldn't find a thing, of course. Yeah. They prefer to get plastered on free beer.
Well, of course.
Tell me about the missing townspeople.
I heard that a lot of them went missing down by the harbor. Small wonder with all that's going on down there. Even Thorben, the carpenter in the lower part of town, has lost his apprentice. Hakon, one of the merchants in the marketplace, had an especially strange tale to tell. He said that there was this fella that he used to bump into every day, and then suddenly he vanished off the face of the earth. He even went to see the militia about it.
The militia?
Townspeople all pretty much panicked after that. I don't know what to make of it. I think it's all nonsense. Corinthus is a rough city, and many dangers lurk outside her gates. Those who don't stay within the city walls will be attacked by bandits or eaten by wild animals.
You don't say.
Yeah, it's that simple.
I've got my own opinion about that.
I must say, like the city is so dense and full of people and conversations and talking, and it's really building up the world really, really well.
What I've always said.
What is it with this Valentino?
He's filthy rich and has no need to work. And he brags about it to everybody, whether you want to hear it or not. He drinks a lot and always stays until the end, and then early in the morning he totters back to the upper quarter. It's the same every day.
Okay.
What do I have to do to get into the upper quarter?
Well, you need to be a citizen of the town. Go find some work.
I have work.
Preferably with a craftsman in the lower part of town. That'd make you a citizen. Well, and if that's still not enough, go talk to Lord Andre at the barracks. Maybe he'll let you join the city guard. They can go into the upper quarter, too.
I heard a rumor. Can you confirm it? That apparently people talk.
Show me your wares.
I don't need any of that. Goodbye. Bar talk. What's back here? People always talk, I know.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Alright, let's see. Merchant Street Marketplace. Look, guys, a Merchant Street. There's so many, so much stuff to do here. Pablo. This is the alchemist.
What's up?
What's up?
Who says things
Like an old man would just say, "What's up? What's
I
up?
don't believe this is gonna change.
What's up?" Tavern Happy Fatted Calf.
New subscriber.
That was quite obvious.
Thank you, Lady Je. Thank you very much.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
It is typical. Oh, we smoking dank out here. Hello.
How strange. It seems to me that I have met you before, traveler. Well, great are the mysteries of time and space. Oh, please forgive my rudeness, son of patience. I have not even greeted you yet. Welcome, friend. Take a seat on my humble rugs and enjoy a pipe in peace.
I agree with you completely.
Who are you?
My name is Abu Jin ibn Jadir ibn Omar Khalid bin Haji al-Sharidi. I am a seer and a prophet, an astrologer and a purveyor of tobacco.
Do you have many wares?
These are bad times.
What kind of tobacco do you offer?
My pipes are filled with spicy, refreshing apple tobacco. Help yourself whenever you want, son of adventure.
That's not what I heard.
Really?
Do you have other tobacco as well?
I offer only the very best tobacco.
That's been known a long
This
time.
apple blend is a symphony from my homeland,
Honestly, I
the
wouldn't say
Southern
myself.
Isles. But, of course, I'm always open to trying a different sort of tobacco. If somebody should succeed in producing a really good tobacco.
How's that done?
Start with my apple tobacco as a basis,
He had better
and then
shut
try
up.
combining it with another ingredient.
Listen
This
to the
is
wrong
done
people.
at an alchemist's bench, provided
Everybody
you
knows
know
about
the
that.
essentials of alchemy.
This guy's a good salesman.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Where can I get apple tobacco?
I shall give you 2 portions. It is up to you, in your wisdom,
really believe
to
that?
do with them whatever you want.
First
If
one's
you
free.
crave
I haven't seen
more,
it with my own
then
eyes.
direct your steps toward Zuris, the master of
hardly know who to
potions.
believe these days.
He produces this tobacco, and he sells
That's
it
not what my
too.
husband thinks.
First one's always
That's
free.
all just
To
gossip.
get you a little hooked on it.
Can you make me a prophecy?
My services are yours for a modest fee. Oh, father of generosity.
How much do you want?
How much is
For a
modern?
paltry 25 coins. I shall risk a
all just
glance
gossip.
through time for you.
That's
But
not-
remember,
Who
the
says things
future
like that?
is always uncertain. All I can do is
believe
glimpse
that?
some fragments of time.
Well, it's not that bad. Let's.
Tell me about the future.
All right, seeker of knowledge.
Really?
I shall now enter a state of trance. Are you ready?
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Let's go.
Orcs. They are guarding an entry, an old tunnel,
He simply talks.
the
to
Valley
me.
of Mines. Men
been known a
in
long
shining
time.
armor. A magician.
I won't tell
Your
him.
friend is with them. He is waiting for you. Fire!
I don't
An
believe it.
attack! A mighty creature.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Flames, many shall die. What is that?
You hardly know who to believe these
A
days.
city. Ruins. Quarhodron
Don't
in
tell me you didn't know.
Jakandar. He is
And it's
summoned.
gonna get even worse.
Quarhodron
Dead
in
son.
Jakandar. I'm sorry. The vision is over. There's nothing more I can
He
see.
never would have thought of that himself.
You just got high as shit.
Really? How interesting.
Can you make me another prophecy?
Oh, son of the mysterious future. It is not within my power to lift the veil of time. Only when time sends me another omen shall I be able to see for you again.
When will that be?
When the future has become present, and you have continued your journey.
Okay,
I'm
goodbye.
not telling you anything new.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinth.
Well, it sounded like something with a dragon.
Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted.
Hi there.
From this moment onward, Lord
What are you doing
Andre
here?
will take
I wouldn't
the
know
supreme
how that
command
is
of our
any of
militia.
your business. Get
All
lost.
the citizens of this city who have martial skills at
Rude.
their disposal are herewith urged to join the royal militia.
Oh, hi, crier
Nobody
person.
will learn anything from me.
Don't bother me, I'm on duty.
Who says things like
All right, you're shouting. Okay. Hello, Ragnar.
There's nothing
The
you can do
red.
about it.
Hey, what's up?
As long as the paladins don't have any new assignments for me, I can have myself a couple of beers here. What more could you ask?
You're working for the paladins?
Well, yeah, I report to them on the situation in the city. At the moment, everything is quiet.
Actually, his name is Rangar.
gone
God
about it
damn it.
How are things with the orcs?
No reason to worry. We in the city guard and the paladins have everything under control.
It's gonna get even
Go
worse.
home
Indeed.
and let us do our work.
Don't
We're
tell me you
watching
didn't
over
know
the
that.
town and its citizens. Oh,
Go away.
Are you drunk?
Would you like another beer?
It's not what I heard.
there's nothing better than a cool ale.
That's really not my problem.
Why are the guards drunk? Because they're about
Someone's
to,
gotta do the
supposed
work.
to
You were
defend
about to
us.
say something about the orcs.
Oh, yeah, right. The orcs are absolutely
I can't take care of
no threat to the city. They're stuck in the Valley of Mines, and the pass is held by the paladins. Not even a meat bug could get through there.
Didn't some famous
That's not what I
general
heard.
cross a river and attack people when they were drunk?
That's been known a long
An
time.
army when they were drunk on a holiday?
Honestly, I witnessed
Would you like another beer?
Well, I won't say
never
no
knew
to
that.
a decent pint.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
That doesn't surprise me.
They've even spotted an orc outside of town.
Don't tell this
Yeah,
to anyone.
right. The dangerous orc outside the city. A
Nobody will
real
learn anything
monster
from
of
me.
an orc. Well, he's bound to attack the city
These are bad
soon.
times.
Listen, we'll kick
There's
that
nothing you
fat
can do
orc
about
in
it.
his fat ass if he comes too close to
Don't
the
tell this
city.
to anyone.
Got it?
I see.
Is it really true?
Would you like another beer?
Everybody knows by now.
A tasty bitter ale is absolutely the best.
I don't believe that.
I'm no better off myself.
You know, you don't often meet
tell this to
someone who'll treat you to a beer.
It was obvious all along.
You're all right.
Aw,
That's what
thank
I've
you.
always said.
Would you like another beer?
A tasty
to the
bitter
wrong
ale is
people.
absolutely the best.
Don't tell that.
That's all just gossip.
He simply
You know,
talks too.
He's repeating himself now.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
God
Hear
damn it.
ye, inhabitants of
Hi.
Corinth.
That's not what I
By
heard.
the explicit order of the
What are you
Honorable
doing
Lord
here?
Hagen,
I'm a
the
novice
following
from the
decree is
monastery.
hereby
I run
enacted.
errands for
Martial law
magicians
is
and
immediately
also the
declared in
paladins.
all cities and regions
I
of the
have
realm.
provided
Shut up!
3
All civilian
innkeepers in the
judges
city
are to
with
hand
wine
over
from the
their duties
monastery.
to the royal paladins, effective
say.
immediately.
Shut up!
The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to punish
know.
every
No one
crime
cares,
or act
crier.
of resistance against the king's guards
Really?
most
How
severely. Every inhabitant of Corinth who is guilty of a crime is to report immediately to
I
Lord
can't
Andre.
hear him over
Everybody
you.
knows by now.
Are you done?
If he doesn't see that,
Okay.
I can't help him.
Who are the 3 innkeepers?
One of them is the good man here behind the bar. Then there is Karagon, who has his tavern on the Temple Square. and Cardiff, the owner of the tavern in the Harbor District.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
What can you tell me about the monastery?
We novices seek enlightenment in prayer to Innos and learn the principles of faith from the magicians. We serve them as we serve Innos and prepare ourselves for the union with the fire.
Is it really true?
Well, take me to the monastery.
Forget it. Do you know how many creatures I had to evade on the way? When I think of all those blood flies, wolves, and goblins, I'm glad that I don't have to leave here anymore. Besides, you can't enter the monastery anyway.
Why not?
Entrance is only permitted to magicians, paladins, and novices.
I was thinking about doing a paladin run.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
How can I become a novice?
If a man feels the deep desire...
Hey, just tell me what the conditions are.
You need the offerings, a sheep and 1,000 gold pieces.
He simply talks too much.
How much?
I never knew that.
Where can I find a sheep?
From the farmers, of course. But you won't get one for nothing.
Is it really true?
That's not what my husband thinks.
How am I supposed to get that much gold?
Since you obviously don't know anyone who would pay that for you, you'll simply have to go to work.
Will it ever change?
He simply...
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection. Furthermore,
free beer?
Any contact...
Nope.
Sorry, boys. This is all for me.
It's gonna get even worse.
Free beer is best beer.
Hey, come closer. Take a break and have a sip of cool beer.
Thank you.
The paladins will set everything right. So take another draft and have a good time.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Hey, come close. The paladins will set everything. Hey, come close. The paladins.
Will it ever change?
Hey, the paladin. Hey, come. Nothing.
I don't believe that.
Wait a minute.
Hey, come closer. Take a break and have a sip of cool beer. Nothing hits the spot like a cool.
I don't believe that.
Damn it. How much beer did I just get?
He never would have thought of that himself.
I got 10 beers.
You listened to the wrong people.
Give me 10 beer.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus.
Oh my god, we've been partying all night. The sun's coming up.
The following decree is hereby enacted. Martial law is
Some
immediately
sort of
declared in
stove.
all cities and regions of the realm. All civilian
I'm not gonna
judges
drink
are
the
to
beer. I'm
hand
gonna
over their
sell
duties
it
the
to
royal
people.
paladins, effective immediately. The Honorable Lord Andre is commanded to
Alright,
punish
let's...
every crime or act
Morning.
of resistance.
Okay, what's up this way? Careful. What a lovely little house. Nothing in there. I'm stealing their broom. That's a nice little house. Yes, let's save the game. Okay, well now I can get rid of my torch. Whoops. Okay, we talked to all these people. They didn't have anything important to say. Oh, there's a tavern. The Sleepy Money Bag.
Ah, customer, what can I do for you?
Hi.
I'm looking for a room.
Ah, you're in the right place then.
One of the paladins told me that I could spend the night here for free.
Yes, yes. Just go up the stairs. We still have 1 or 2 beds free.
I gave the farmer's armor to the pirate to get inside.
Why do the paladins pay for everything?
I don't know what that's all about either.
That is kind of weird.
For one thing, I think they want to get all the poor suckers off the streets so they don't make any mischief. And for another, they want to get on the good side of the traveling traders. Now that the farmers are rebelling, We have to rely on the traders for provisions. Besides, I think they want to improve the morale in the city a bit. Lord Andre has even arranged for free beer to be given out at the Gala Square.
Who's staying here at the moment?
Almost all of them are traveling traders from the market.
Aha.
Don't even think about messing with their stuff. I don't want any trouble here.
Aha. I have a few questions about the city. Tell me about the town.
Corinus is one of the wealthiest cities within the kingdom, even if it doesn't look like it at the moment. But since the Orc War started, trade has almost come to a complete standstill. The king has requisitioned the entire merchant fleet for military service, which means that hardly any ships come into the harbor now. So, the supply of goods is very scarce now, and many citizens of the town are very worried. Nobody really knows what the future will bring. There's basically nothing we can do but wait and see what happens. It's not like we can change anything.
Mr. Ritty, what are you talking about? Mr. Ritty, read the game title one more time, please. And then realize how nerd you would have been. We are playing with the expansion. That's what the title says.
Someone's gotta do
the game says Gothic 2, Night of the Raven.
Where can I buy something around here?
The market is directly in front of the door. You should be able to find everything there. There are a few more shops and craftsmen on the other side of town. Most of them are near the other city gate. Also, there's a fishmonger in the harbor district. His shop is right at the harbor. He's easy to find.
Really? How interesting. I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Playing expansion your first playthrough rarely fuck it's way harder. I like it hard. I like it real hard. So we're good. All right, let's see what's in around here. Oh, they're just beds.
Don't tell this to anyone.
So this is more like a hostel. This isn't really like a tavern. I mean, an inn. You just sleep in the bed, and everyone can see you sleeping in the bed.
He can't keep anything to himself. These are bad times. That's terrible.
Someone's gotta do.
Yeah, apparently the game when it first launched was too easy, and everyone complained. So they made the expansion much harder.
You still owe me a favor. It is time to pay your debt.
Uh-oh.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back. Sarah snatched it away from me, but she has had that spot long enough. I want her to give up the stall.
And what's my part in this?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that Sarah is selling weapons to Onar. She lands in prison, you pocket the bounty, and I get the stall.
New subscriber.
You have 2 days to accomplish this.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Wait, what?
That's what I've always said. I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Okay.
All right, looks like I've got no choice.
You're a clever lad. Here is the letter.
How am I supposed to foist the letter on her?
Let her show you her wares, and while she does, you hide the letter on her. And bear in mind, I am an influential man in the city, so don't try to play me for a fool.
He'd better shut up. Now that's typical, isn't it?
Show me your wares.
Take your pick.
If I hadn't seen it with
Okay.
my own eyes.
Don't tell this to anyone. That's terrible.
Let's see.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I have an idea.
Really? How interesting. Say.
I've got to go.
Suit yourself.
He can't keep anything to
I
himself.
have an idea. Now, let's save the game first. What if I put the letter on him
That's not what I heard.
and report him?
That's an open secret.
Don't tell me that.
You don't say.
New subscriber. That's not the one.
He simply talks too much.
Don't say.
Now that's typical. That's terrible.
Last warning. I've already reminded you several times in the friendliest terms that I urgently require the weapons ordered from you a week ago. I don't hear from you very soon, Sarah. I will be forced to change my attitude to you. Hope we understand each other. Odar.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Don't tell me that. And it's going to get
Well, let's go chat with Sarah and see what she has to say. If she's a total bitch, I'll be like, fine, throw her ass in jail.
He can't keep anything. Go away, don't tell me that.
Jorah.
You don't say. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
These are bad times.
I won't
Greg,
tell her a thing from now
Citizen.
He had better
Nate, where the
shut
hell's
up. That's
Sarah?
typical, isn't it?
Oh, is that Sarah?
Who says
Oh, hi,
things
Sarah.
Like that? I won't tell her a thing from now on.
But that's
How's business?
When the Paladins came, I first thought that it was a good business opportunity.
Southern
but they
Vale.
let Herod make their weapons, and neither Hakon nor I make even one gold piece off them. Moreover, the farmers no longer supply us with food, and all the prices have gone up. It's only a small consolation that the Paladins are paying my hotel bill.
How interesting. Everybody knows by now.
What's the problem with the farmers?
They refuse to deliver their goods. Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by the farmers, of course. And Onar, the largest farmer, has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. Otherwise, they'd simply snatch the goods for themselves. But the mercenaries don't just guard Onar's farm. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't like to be in his shoes now. That's an open secret.
Show me your wares.
She seems nice.
He works all day too.
Ring of
says
Life,
things
hit
like
point
that?
bonus 20. It's expensive though.
But that's terrible.
Wolf's Tooth.
And it's gonna get even worse.
That's not what I heard.
That's an open secret.
Someone's got to do the work.
Well, let's
That's
look.
what I've always said.
That's an open secret.
Seems more like a giant ass building more than a stall for Sarah.
Someone's gotta do the work.
He'd better shut up.
Yeah,
Honestly, I
they
wouldn't
love
stay
to
myself.
chat. Why aren't you at your
I
stall?
can't take care of everything for everybody.
What can I do for you? Are you seeking spiritual comfort? Do you want to direct a prayer to our Lord Enos? Or donate some gold for his church?
God, you sound like a freaking
I don't believe that.
priest or minister.
That's not what my husband thinks.
I've come to get your blessing.
That's good. That's good. Then you will probably want to donate gold to the Holy Church of Enos.
Hallelujah.
Actually, I wanted your blessing so I can sign on as an apprentice in the lower part of town.
But my son, without a modest donation to the church, it is impossible for me to bless you. How else can I be certain of your good intentions toward the Holy Church of Enos?
You can't keep anything.
So, how much does a donation usually run to here?
Well, that depends on what percentage you want to give, son. Let me see how much you brought. You have more than 100 gold pieces. The Lord says give if you have. The church accepts your generous donation. I bless you in the name of Enos, for he is light and righteousness.
You don't say.
Are you fucking serious?
That's not what my husband.
You greedy son.
That's an open
This reminds me of the George Carlin skit. God has his list of 10 things he doesn't want you to do. And if you do any of these 10 things on the list, he'll throw you in an eternal fire of torture to die and burn and scream and live in agony until the end of time. But he loves you.
That's not what my
He
husband
loves
thinks.
you and he needs money. He's all-knowing, all-powerful, all crazy, timeless, but he can't handle money. He needs your money.
I don't believe that.
Where do you come from?
I come from the Monastery of the Magicians, which lies in the mountains.
And it's gonna get
New
even worse.
We
subscriber.
accept everyone there who is pure of heart and feels the desire to serve our almighty Lord Enos.
These are bad times.
Thank you for the new sub, Jungzi.
Myself.
Really? How interesting.
All right,
He'd better
we're at the monastery.
Tell me more about the monastery.
We instruct our students in all forms of magic, but the arts of the magicians of fire consist of more than these alone. We are also well versed in the art of alchemy and in the creation of powerful runes. We also make excellent wine.
Yeah.
What are you doing in town?
I have discussions with the paladins and support the citizens with my advice and with helpful words. Particularly in these difficult times, it is our duty to be there for the people and to help the poor.
But that's terrible.
Who says things like that?
I need to talk to the paladins. Can you help me get to them?
No.
Well, you need access to the upper end of and of course, to
How can I become a fire magician?
Oh.
You must join our order as a novice. When you have served for a time, perhaps you will be accepted into the ranks of the magicians. However, the path to acceptance is long and full of work and study.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Tell me about Innos.
Innos, our almighty lord, is the light and the fire.
The Lord of Light?
He chooses
Oh, God.
humans to be his tool,
And he's
giving
wearing
them
red.
magic and laws. We act in his name. We administer justice according to his will and preach his word.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
He worships the Lord of Light. Oh, wait, and there's Jorah.
Hey, Innos be with you, stranger.
Honestly,
If you're looking for a good selection for the traveler, then you're in the right place. But I'm warning you, if you're planning on helping yourself without paying, I'll call the city guard.
Just a moment. Do I look like a thief?
Bah! You won't be the first one to make off with my things today.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Somebody stole from you.
I can't prove it. The fellow was damn clever. Introduced himself as Ringaroo, if that really is his right name. He's been hanging around the marketplace the last few days. And every evening he gets plastered at the beer stand down the street. I bet the bastard is drinking my money. I only looked away for a moment, and my purse was gone.
No, DS Cawthon, we're playing with Lavira, but we don't have we have the version that only affects graphical stuff and adds new areas.
That's what I've always said.
There's no gameplay changes. We got the one without the gameplay changes.
I could get your gold back for you.
Oh, and why would you do that?
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
That's not what my husband thinks.
I want part of the gold as a reward.
First, see if you can get my purse back. Then, we'll talk about your reward.
It's gonna get even worse.
He simply
the original form of Lavira mod makes gameplay harder and does all other stuff, but we have the version of the mod that doesn't do that.